Hook scientists recently discovered that one common kitchen spice can reduce inflammation in the human body just as effectively as ibuprofen. No prescription needed. No side effects. Just something sitting in your spice rack right now, probably ignored, probably expired, probably taken completely for granted. That single finding opened a flood of research that has fundamentally changed how the scientific community views the food we cook with every single day. Tease in the next 10 minutes, you are going to learn exactly which spices have earned the strongest scientific backing, what specific compounds make them so powerful, and why your doctor might actually recommend them before reaching for a prescription pad. We will cover the research, break down the active ingredients, and reveal the one spice that consistently surprises researchers because its benefits go far beyond what anyone expected. Stay with us because this one genuinely changes how you think about your kitchen. Background human beings have used spices for medicinal purposes for thousands of years. Long before pharmaceutical companies existed, long before clinical trials were a concept, ancient healers in India, China, Egypt, and the Middle East were prescribing ginger for nausea, turmeric for wounds, and cinnamon for blood sugar control. These were not folk myths passed around campfires. These were carefully observed, carefully documented practices refined over generations of trial and result. Ayurvedic medicine, which originated in India over 3,000 years ago, built entire treatment frameworks around spices. Traditional Chinese medicine did the same. What is remarkable is that modern science, armed with electron microscopes and double-blind clinical trials, keeps arriving at the same conclusions those ancient practitioners reached through observation alone. The global spice trade was so valuable historically that it literally shaped geopolitics. Wars were fought over pepper. Entire trade routes across oceans were established to secure access to cinnamon and cloves. Columbus was searching for spices when he accidentally ran into the Americas. That level of human effort and sacrifice tells you something important. These plants contain something genuinely valuable, and civilizations throughout history sensed it even without the tools to prove it. Today, the tools exist. And the results are striking. Main content. Let us start with turmeric, arguably the most studied spice on the planet right now. The active compound in turmeric is called curcumin, and it has been the subject of over 10,000 published scientific studies. Curcumin is a potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. Chronic inflammation is now understood to be a root driver of conditions including heart disease, cancer, Alzheimer's disease, and type 2 diabetes. Curcumin works by blocking NF-κB, a molecule that travels into the nuclei of cells and switches on genes related to inflammation. This is not a vague claim. This is documented molecular biology. A 2012 study published in the journal Oncogene found that curcumin was more effective at reducing inflammation than several common anti-inflammatory drugs, including aspirin and ibuprofen, in certain cellular environments. That is the finding that grabbed headlines. There is a catch, however. Curcumin is not easily absorbed by the body on its own. Bioavailability is low. But research shows that combining it with piperine, the active compound in black pepper, increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. That is why traditional Indian cooking combines turmeric and black pepper so consistently. Ancient cooks stumbled onto biochemistry they could not name. Now let us talk about ginger. Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogales. Multiple randomized controlled trials have shown that ginger is effective at reducing nausea and vomiting, including chemotherapy-induced nausea and morning sickness during pregnancy. A 2015 review published in the British Journal of Anesthesia analyzed 12 studies involving 1,278 patients and concluded that ginger significantly reduced postoperative nausea compared to placebo. Beyond nausea, ginger has demonstrated measurable effects on blood sugar regulation, muscle soreness reduction, and menstrual pain relief. A study in the Journal of Pain found that daily ginger consumption reduced exercise-induced muscle pain by up to 25%. Cinnamon deserves its own spotlight. There are two main types sold commercially, Ceylon cinnamon and Cassia cinnamon, and they behave differently in the body. Ceylon is considered true cinnamon. Cassia contains higher levels of coumarin, which can be harmful to the liver in large doses. Ceylon cinnamon has shown consistent results in studies examining blood sugar control. A meta-analysis published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics reviewed 10 randomized controlled trials and found that cinnamon supplementation significantly reduced fasting blood glucose levels in people with type 2 diabetes. The mechanism involves improving insulin sensitivity at the cellular receptor level. This means the cells respond better to insulin signals, pulling glucose out of the bloodstream more efficiently. But here's what nobody talks about. Cinnamon also contains powerful antimicrobial properties. Studies have shown it can inhibit the growth of Listeria and Salmonella bacteria. Researchers at Kansas State University found that adding cinnamon to unpasteurized apple juice killed E. coli within 3 days. This spice is not just a blood sugar aid. It is a genuine antimicrobial agent with practical food safety applications. Garlic is next, and its scientific credentials are remarkably deep. The active compound is allicin, which forms when garlic is chopped or crushed and the enzyme alliinase reacts with alliin. Allicin is unstable, which is why you want to let chopped garlic sit for 10 minutes before cooking it, giving the reaction time to complete before heat destroys the enzyme. Research consistently shows garlic reduces blood pressure in hypertensive patients. A meta-analysis in the Journal of Nutrition found average reductions of 8.3 mm of mercury in systolic pressure and 5.5 mm in diastolic pressure, comparable to some antihypertensive medications. Garlic also reduces LDL cholesterol and has documented antifungal, antiviral, and antibacterial properties. Cayenne pepper and its active compound capsaicin have accumulated an impressive research portfolio focused on metabolism, pain management, and cardiovascular health. Capsaicin activates TRPV1 receptors in the body, which play a role in pain perception and also in thermogenesis, the process of generating heat and burning calories. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition have shown that capsaicin can temporarily boost metabolic rate by up to 8% and increase fat oxidation. For pain management, capsaicin creams are already approved and widely used clinically for conditions like arthritis and neuropathic pain. Deep dive. What makes spice research genuinely exciting right now is the emerging understanding of how these compounds interact with the gut microbiome. The human gut contains trillions of microorganisms that collectively influence immunity, mood, metabolism, and disease risk. Several spices appear to function as prebiotics, selectively feeding beneficial bacteria while suppressing harmful ones. Research published in the journal Nutrients found that curcumin modulates gut microbiota composition, increasing populations of beneficial bifidobacterium and lactobacillus species. Ginger has shown similar prebiotic effects. This connection between spice consumption and microbiome health may explain why populations with high spice intake in their traditional diets show lower rates of certain inflammatory and metabolic diseases. Cloves deserve mention here because they consistently register the highest antioxidant activity of any food measured by ORAC value, which stands for oxygen radical absorbance capacity. 1 teaspoon of ground cloves contains more antioxidants than half a cup of blueberries. The compound eugenol found in cloves has shown promising results in early research targeting cancer cell proliferation, particularly in studies involving breast and colon cancer cell lines. Analysis. The real-world implication of all this science is profound and practical. You do not need a supplement cabinet to access these benefits. You need a well-stocked spice rack and the knowledge to use it consistently. The research strongly suggests that the cumulative, regular consumption of diverse spices creates synergistic effects that outperform taking any single compound in isolation. This is why whole dietary patterns like the Mediterranean diet or traditional Indian cuisine show such strong health outcomes. It is not one magic ingredient. It is the consistent, layered use of multiple bioactive compounds working together over time. Healthcare professionals are increasingly incorporating this research into their recommendations. Integrative medicine practitioners routinely suggest anti-inflammatory diets rich in these spices as adjunct strategies alongside conventional treatment. The evidence base has grown strong enough that dismissing these recommendations as fringe thinking is no longer scientifically defensible. However, it is critical to note that spices are not replacements for medical treatment. They are powerful complementary tools. Dosage matters. Quality matters. Consistency matters. Before you go, if you learned something valuable today, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to Flavor Vault for a brand new video every single day. We will see you in the next one.